Now the next topic that we are going to discuss is rain. What about rain? During the time of July till say mid-September, we enjoy the heavy downpour and definitely like to dance and spill ourselves with the nature's wonder water. Now, if I ask you what causes rain, many of you may say that clouds helps in the raining. But is it only that cloud that is letting rain fall? No, not really. The cycle starts from any water body from where the rainfall begins. Say I consider a pond. Here is a pond and there is a constant solar energy during daytime coming from that of sun. Definitely the water will be heated up. The water when gets heated up, they evaporate. And you have all learned in chapter 1 that evaporation is the process where liquid gets converted to gas. So evaporation causes formation of water droplets. Formation of water droplets. And the hot air that was above the pond upon receiving solar's energy getting heated up, and this hot air is carrying these water droplets in them. Am I clear? The hot air is carrying the water droplets in them. These water droplets, after being incorporated into the hot air, rises up. It rises up. It rises up, and after reaching a certain state of atmospheric level that we have discussed in the beginning of the chapter, they expand as well as they cool. They expand as well as they get cooled. When they get cooled, they form clouds. They form clouds. Clouds are formed after many water droplets accumulates together. Nothing else. Okay, the white clouds that we see around our sky is the accumulation of the water droplets. Now say these water droplets or this water vapor, for getting transformed to tiny water droplets, that is in that position when they can get rained into the earth back, they need some nucleus. What are those nucleus? The nucleus are the dust particles present in the atmosphere. They combines with that of the water vapor and finally forms the tiny droplets. Please don't confuse between these tiny droplets and that of water vapor. Initially what I was talking, solar energy is coming, the water above the pond is getting heated up, the hot air is rising along with the water vapor with them. It is sometimes called water droplets, but let's just consider is water vapor. So the hot air is carrying the water vapor. How the water vapor is formed? By due course of evaporation. What is evaporation? The process by which liquid gets transferred to gas. So this water vapor in the hot air, after reaching to a certain state of atmosphere, say stratosphere or say the troposphere, it expands and cools. Why? Because there is low pressure area over. Now this forms the clouds. So can I say that water vapor accumulately forms the cloud? I can say water vapor forms the cloud. So this water vapor which forms the cloud will now be ready to rain. But how this vapor will again be condensed back to water droplets? The water vapor needs nucleus. And who acts as nucleus? Dust particles acts as nucleus. The dust particles present in the nucleus helps the water vapor to get condensed into tiny water droplets. Now these tiny water droplets will fall on our earth as rain, as I have made the diagram. From cloud it is reaching to the earth. If the temperature of the air in that cloud region is very low, then there may be snow formation. That is, instead of formation of water, that is condensation, there will be sublimation sort of. Snow is not exactly solid, but there will be formation of snow. So I am just repeating how rainfall is occurring. the water source is there, it is getting heated up by solar energy, the air above the water source is getting heated up. The hot air is carrying the water vapor. This water vapor is caused after due course of evaporation of the water in the pond. This water vapor, after reaching to a certain state of atmosphere, expands and cools and finally forms clouds. So clouds can be called as the accumulated form of water vapor. Finally it rains and falls on the earth. This is called precipitation, that is condensation is occurring. Now question is, how this water vapor is becoming tiny water droplets? It is becoming tiny water droplets by the involvement of nucleus. Nucleus are nothing but the suspended dirt particles in our atmospheric region, and finally it is falling down. When snow formation occurs? Snow formation occurs when the temperature of the air is very low. Now the question is there any relation of rainfall to that of wind pattern? Definitely yes. It is considered that southwest or northeast monsoon wind patterns are responsible for rainfall. Southeast or northeast monsoon wind patterns are responsible for rainfall. Why so? Because northeast and southwest wind contain clouds that have a huge accumulation of water droplets, and huge accumulation of water droplets will cause definite rain. Where there will be rainfall? Where there will be accumulation of more water droplets inside the cloud. And how water droplets are formed? By the involvement of nucleus along with that of water vapor. So I think I am very clear. In news you have quite heard the term depressions. There is a depression over Bay of Bengal causing huge cyclone in Orissa coast, isn't it? This depression is nothing but the perforation of low pressure zone, and low pressure causes cyclones, that you have already learnt in class 8th. So my point is, the wind pattern definitely decides the rain, and the wind pattern that is mainly responsible for rainfall in India is southeast and northeast monsoons, because these winds carry the clouds filled with good amount of water droplets capable of causing adequate amount of rainfall. So this is all about rain.